Jamal Niaz here, the open workouts with Hughie Fury, back in action. How good does it feel to finally get back into in-ring action after this camp?
Yeah, listen, it's been a long camp, obviously through the last year, so I'm just looking forward to getting back in the ring.
Now, talk to me about how tough that period was last year, because obviously you've been itching to get back into the ring after the POVETKIN fight, then to not being able to make it on the day of the fight back in Monaco.
Yeah, it was devastating for obviously all the training camps we put in and stuff, but I believe there's a true saying, every camp's for a reason, and that's made me where we are today. It's just given me longer time to practice my trade, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. Everyone's going to see a big difference, and look forward to put a show on.
Do you see yourself, obviously I don't know how you approach the game plan in camp, but do you see yourself showcasing some new skills and possibly a new approach in this one, or is it more of the same from what we've seen before?
Listen, everyone's going to see a big difference in every style and everything, so like I say, I'm excited to show this. Now, it was obviously supposed to show it on the Monte Carlo show, but like I say, it's given me longer and more time to make it improve even better.
Have you had a discussion with Eddie, sitting down and possibly planning out a roadmap of where you want to be by the end of the year, or is that something that you and your coach and your team talk about?
I say there's no point talking about it. You do the action in the ring, so we get the fights in now, and like I say, I'm not afraid to fight anyone. So whoever comes, we take.
In terms of your opponent, can you give me a bit of detail about what he brings to the table and what you expect from him on Saturday night?
Like I say, I don't really look about him. It's more what I'm going to do. So whatever he's going to come, and he's more like a spoiler really. But like I say, he's a tough fighter. He's a tough big guy. So I say he's coming for a fight, so I'm expecting a fight.
It's been a crazy few weeks for obvious reasons in the heavyweight division. Crazy few days as well. We'll just touch upon the recent news of Joshua Pulev at Tottenham Stadium in June, and then obviously Dillian Whyte POVETKIN. They're going to be in town tomorrow, straight after your press conference. What do you make of both of them fights?
Yeah, like you said, there's some big fights happening, isn't there? But yeah, I think it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting fight between Dillian and POVETKIN. And yeah, it's an exciting time. I think the heavyweight division at the minute is on fire.
You've obviously been in there with POVETKIN, and Dillian will be someone you'll want to test yourself against in the very near future. How do you see that one going?
Like you say, I think to be honest with you, I think POVETKIN is over it now. I think in the later rounds, he's dangerous for the first few rounds, but in the later rounds I see Dillian Whyte jumping on top of him.
Now, looking back at Tyson's fight a couple of weeks ago, the biggest story actually coming out of that one, for kind of unfair reasons, was Wilder's excuse of the ring walk attire playing a factor in the result. If you'd have had someone say that to you, how would you have felt?
Listen, people's making excuses. At the end of the day, he lost, and that's it. So simple as, they're just putting a reason behind it, but he got outskilled in every single way, so there's no excuse.
In terms of the performance itself, was that exactly what you was expecting from that fight, or did it even surprise you in terms of the approach?
Like I say, you could tell Tyson was going to do what he said he was going to do by putting on the weight, because he wasn't going to box at that weight. So, like you say, Tyson done exactly what he said, and he pulled it off. So it was a spectacular performance.
And now, looking ahead to your year, how often are you looking to fight? Every 2 to 3 months, would you say?
Like I say, I'm always in the gym training, so whenever the fights come, I fight.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time here.
No problem.
Cheers.